What's up, guys? I'm back with another video, and today, talking about, something not too great for a Steelers fan. Not too great. I'm not going to stay biased. I'm not going to try to be biased in this. I'm just going to say my opinion on it. Tom Brady came back to the NFL. I have to put that in quotes. I think it's very, I think it's cringy when people say, he came back because, okay, yeah, it's coming out of retirement, but at the same time, he retired, and then a month later, basically, he just unretired. So, can you really call that coming back? To me, coming back would be retiring for a full NFL season, and then the next season being like, okay, I'm coming back into the NFL. To me, that would be coming back, but instead, he retired for a month and came and just said he's not retiring. So no, this was something that I would have actually never expected to happen. Especially this early. I was possibly expecting it, but he had to make his decision because we're coming up on the draft here, and Tampa Bay, they're gonna have to start chasing a quarterback if he's not going to be around. But if you guys don't already know, I'm not a Tom Brady fan personally. That's why I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to try not to be biased because I'm not a Tom Brady fan, quite frankly. I'm a Steelers fan. I say this every single video. I live, eat, and breathe Steelers. So you guys know, of course, I'm not going to be a Tom Brady fan. The Patriots have knocked us out of the playoffs so many years, and I just don't like, especially with the Patriots. I'm really not a Patriots fan because I'm not a fan of Deflategate, Spygate. I'm not a fan of cheating just so you can win like that. So to me, it's very unfair to the other teams. Like I said, I'm not going to try to be biased. If you are a Patriots fan, you're probably gonna be mad at me, but I am sorry. But so Tom Brady, he basically retired a little bit after Ben retired. There was a little bit controversial. It was a little bit controversial retirement. Somebody released it a little bit early, and it was all over the place that Tom Brady retired. I'm like, holy cow, I thought he wanted to play till the end of his contract because his contract's only got one more year on it with Tampa. And so I was thinking, oh, I thought he wanted to play to the end of his contract. Oh, whatever, hey, I'm fine if he retires. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. No, so he retired, and it was a little bit after Ben retired, and it was the whole thing of, oh, Tom Brady retired, and the next thing you know, Tom Brady said that I didn't make my decision yet. Right? So it already broke. Surfaced the internet, absolutely was everywhere. It was all over YouTube. It was absolutely everywhere that he retired. Even the NFL was posting stuff that he retired. So the fact that the NFL was even doing that is absolutely crazy. Once I'm seeing videos that Tom Brady retired, I'm thinking, okay, so Tom Brady then retired. So, especially when you see it from the NFL, you're going to think that he retired, but no. Then it comes out that no, he has not yet made his decision. And so I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. Are you serious? And then all of a sudden, I think it was a day after that. Sorry, this was a while ago. It was a day after that or 2 days after that, I think. Then Tom Brady said, no, I'm officially retired. So why make that huge fuss if you knew a day or two later you were just gonna retire? The only thing I can bring from it is maybe he felt pressured into retiring since all these reports just got leaked and everyone already assumed he was retired. So maybe he felt pressured into retiring, but to me that's not an excuse to be like, oh, now I just feel pressured, so I'm just going to retire. So I don't necessarily think that maybe that's it. Maybe that's not it. That's potentially it. I'm not too sure. But so basically, he retired. A month later, then he comes out of retirement, I hear. I'm like, are you serious? And he came out of retirement on the craziest week, just coming off of the craziest week in the NFL. We had the Khalil Mack trade. We had the Russell Wilson trade. We had all those trades, and then he just comes back to the NFL. So I don't know necessarily why he came back to the NFL. Like I said, the only reason I can think is maybe he felt pressured into retiring. I'm not sure. My opinion on it is I think to say you're retired and then a month later be like, I'm done with being retired, to me, I don't know, you got to make your decision. It's just what Brett Favre did, for instance. he retired and then came out of retirement. And I actually think he might have missed a season. I could be wrong. That was before my time, guys. But he might have missed a season and then came back. But the whole come out of the retirement and come out of retirement, I don't understand that exactly. I mean, I guess you could retire and be like, oh shoot, I wasn't ready to retire, and then unretire. But to me, Tom Brady, you were clearly you were unsure of the decision when you first made it. If it's that bad of a decision to the point to where like a little bit over a month later, you feel the need to come out of retirement. So clearly, when he first made the decision, clearly he was not final with that decision. And clearly, from what I'm gathering out of this, and I'm not making assumptions, this is what I'm just gathering, it just seems to me that he wasn't sure on his decision. So it seems like if you're going to come out of retirement a month after you retired, clearly you're not too sure that you wanted to retire in the first place. Like, I could understand if you retired for an NFL season and were like, oh shoot, I still want to play football, I don't want to sit here on the couch and watch football, and then a year after then come out of retirement. I could understand that. But to where it be a month in between, I don't really understand it. Then again, I'm not a football player, so I can't tell you one way or another. I'm just saying from a football fan standpoint, I just don't understand the retire and then just come out of retirement. I mean, I know Aaron Rodgers was saying something where it was with his whole entire thingamajiggy that he was doing where, are you going to the Broncos or are you staying with the Packers? And I think he even said one time that he just doesn't, if he's going to retire, he's going to be retired. He just doesn't understand the point of retiring and coming out of retirement. And I can understand that. The whole Brett Favre thing, I could understand it even if you retired for a year and then you're like, oh shoot, I don't want to watch football on the couch anymore. I'm coming out of retirement. But instead, no, it was only like a month gap. I'm not saying there's a problem with that. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I don't think there's a problem with retiring and coming out a month later. My only assumption I'm getting out of it is, did he feel like he was pressured into retiring possibly with all those reports? Because I could be like, holy cow, everyone just broke this news and I never even said I wanted to retire. And maybe he was like, oh shoot, and maybe then made his decision. But I just don't understand how it was like, I'm retired. All the reports come out that he's retiring. And then he says, I haven't made my decision yet. And then like the next day after that, he makes a decision. So this was like a 3 or 4 day process. He was able to make that decision in. So to me, it just adds too much confusion, and especially with the whole entire coming back thing, it just adds so much confusion. And honestly, I think his road to the Super Bowl is going to be easier. You got Russell Wilson. They weren't contenders last year, but you got Russell Wilson in the NFC, and you got people leaving the NFC to go to the AFC. So he's in the NFC, so the road to a Super Bowl looks easier, but whatever team you're playing in the Super Bowl is going to be a lot harder. Because I'm just simply saying, whatever team in the AFC playoffs is able to beat teams to get to the Super Bowl, you best believe that it's probably going to be the best team out of all those. Definitely 100%. There won't be like some fluke incident. So in the Super Bowl, he's going to have to go against a really, 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 really good team. That's just my opinion on it. I think that there's an easier road to the Super Bowl, but at the same time, I think that winning the Super Bowl is going to be a lot more harder than your road to it, in my opinion, because the NFC is a lot easier than the AFC nowadays. I mean, there's a lot of players leaving the NFC just to go to the AFC, and now the AFC is going to be insane. This year is going to probably be some of the craziest playoffs that we will ever see in the AFC. That rhymes. I keep rhyming in my videos, and it is really starting to annoy me at this point. I'm like on a streak at this point of like 4 or 5 videos in the past 2 weeks. I just keep rhyming in. I don't understand it, but I'm like stuck in a loophole. That's personally what I gathered from it. Did he feel pressured into retiring? That's possible too, but to me, I don't see the big, huge hoopla in it. To me, how do you say, I haven't made my decision yet, and then within a day you make your decision? That's the only reason why I think that he maybe felt pressured into it, but I don't see the huge hoopla of it, like, oh, I'm not retired. And then all of a sudden I'm retired, and then all of a sudden I'm not retired. So it's just absolutely confusing. But no, I did remember a time I did hear Aaron Rodgers say that if he was going to retire, he's just going to stay retired. It's not going to be like, oh, I'm coming back, which I understand that. You want to play it. And to me, don't retire in the first place if you're that unsure about it. If you're like that unsure about it. Because you can't tell me that Tom Brady was unsure, that he wasn't unsure about it. Like, he was dead set that he wanted to retire. Clearly there was some unsurety, if that's even a word. Clearly there was some unsureness, because a month later, then he unretired. That's my opinion on it. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That's just my opinion on the situation. Like I said, I'm personally not the biggest Tom Brady fan, but it doesn't really affect me because that's in the NFC. So if the Steelers did somehow plow through that AFC, I'm just laughing saying about it, but if we did somehow make it to the Super Bowl and we were playing him, that's the only way it would be my problem. But he's in the NFC, so we don't really have to deal with him in the playoffs. Only probably in the Super Bowl if he makes it. That's only if he makes it. I don't know. Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers are always a favorite to make the Super Bowl, but they always don't make it in the playoffs. They always lose in the playoffs. And that's not a bash towards the Green Bay Packers. I'm just saying that they're always a favorite. So I don't know. We'll have to see. And we'll have to see what all unfolds in these next couple weeks. I'm sure I'm just going to be breaking more news at this point. Just shoveling out content to you guys at this point. I'm trying to cover everything I can. I know I didn't make a video on the whole entire Khalil Mack trade. I've just been very busy doing other videos and stuff, videos like this. I still gotta do my Minecraft Monday. I'm still trying to keep up with the Madden series. I'm still trying to keep up with the Wednesday and Saturday uploads. I'm trying to do those, which these typically fall into like a Wednesday or a Saturday upload, but I'm just honestly going with the flow at this point. So I hope you all enjoy, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.